welcome back to my channel. I'm Mindy. This is See Mindy Mom, and yes, I am in my car, and yes, Anita, I have my Sonic drink. I'm filming this in my car with my Sonic drink just for you, friend, just as a shout out for you. Oh, no worries. Anita and I are buddies, and we chat and we talk on the phone, and we just give each other a hard time sometimes. So I thought that I would hop on here and chat with you guys. I'm sitting in the parking lot across from Chick-fil-A because it's impossible to get into the Chick-fil-A parking lot during lunchtime, which it is. It's actually after 1 o'clock and Chick-fil-A is still hopping. They run a tight ship. They do a good job. I do the mobile order from the app and just walk in and pick it up when it's ready. And I'm just picking up some chicken nuggets for the kids for dinner tonight because hubby and I are going out on a dinner date with some friends who are coming into town that we have not seen for several months, if not a year. I apologize if it's a little noisy. I have the windows open because it is a gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful fall day here in Tulsa, America. It is 53 degrees. It's a little windy, but the sun is shining. The air is crisp and cool and clear, and it's just wonderful. And Fridays, this is Friday, and Friday has kind of turned into my mom's day out. It's when I have a few hours to finish running any errands that need to be run, but also do some fun stuff, like maybe go and shop for something for the house or for clothes, or just, you know, have a couple hours to just sort of be out and about on the town without like a specific agenda of stuff that I need to do for everybody, although there usually are some specific things. For instance, McKenna needed leggings, so that was one of the things, and I also had a load of stuff that I dropped off at Once Upon a Child, and I'm going to drop off stuff at Goodwill, so I still get some things done too. I've been babbling for almost 2 minutes, and the whole point of this video is to do a little wrap up and let you know my results from my 10-day challenge. And I'm a little bit disappointed, but just hear me out. Okay, I've had a few hours now to kind of think about this. So it's been 10 days. I have posted both part 1 and part 2 of my 10-day challenge and kind of shared with you how I was feeling, how I was eating. My goals were 1,700 calories a day for 10 days, tracking it, and also 2 gym workouts and 2 2-mile jogs. And I was able to get all of my exercise in, and I stuck with my eating plan for 9 out of the 10 days. I said that I had a little slip up over the weekend. It was about day 4 or so, I think, and that I just overate. I just didn't want to be on a diet, and I didn't just go hog wild or anything, but I was definitely beyond 1,700 calories and probably even beyond my maintenance calories of 2,000 calories. But I was not worried because I was so certain that I was still going to see progress, because even given all of that, you know, a 90% effort should be good enough to see the needle move. And you guys, I really did not want to make this video because I don't want somebody to walk away thinking that they have to be perfect, because my whole point is progress, not perfection. But I did not lose any weight this week. I stayed exactly the same. I was 149.8, and yes, I, you know, could have waited around a couple more hours and used the bathroom again and then seen if I got any more weight off, but I don't want to. This is a beautiful, gorgeous day, and it's Mom's day out, and I don't want to waste my time doing that. I want to live my life. I weigh in under the same parameters in the same environment. You know, I always do it first thing in the morning, wearing the same clothes, after I've used the bathroom, all that kind of stuff. So I didn't want to just you know, have some kind of artificial result or something for you guys, but it was the same. And one of the things that I got to thinking about when I've said it's about progress, not perfection, and that I was sure, you know, that the needle would still move, is that maybe progress isn't just about the scale. I shouldn't even say maybe. Progress isn't just the scale, and I know this. And I know that that probably sounds like an excuse, and that I'm just giving you guys a lot of excuses as to why I'm not losing any weight, but I'm in my recommended weight range. It's not going to come off fast, if it comes off at all. It's just, that's just the way it is when you're trying to lose some vanity weight. Whenever I get into the mindset of only using that one barometer for progress, the scale, whenever I get in the mindset of that is the only way that I'm going to measure if I was successful, I run into all kinds of trouble, because you guys know how it is. I mean, I have a feeling that if I had waited a couple more days, I probably would have seen the scale drop, because my body gets in this pattern. I noticed this when I was on Weight Watchers too. Sorry, I'll take my glasses off for you guys. I noticed this when I was on Weight Watchers too, that I would have like a week of negative -0.2, and then the next week I'd have -0.6, and the next week -0.4, and the next week maybe I'd stay the same, and then finally that 5th week I would see a drop of like 1.5 or 2 pounds. I don't know why. That was just how my body reacted. It's like it holds on, and then it lets go, and then it holds on, and then it lets go. Other people have more consistent losses. Other people have big losses. You know, some people have big losses that are consistent in the beginning, and then when they get to where I am, it really slows down and they start to see the same kind of pattern. So anyhow, I know that if I keep going, one of two things is going to happen. Either A, I'm going to reach my goal and I'm going to keep making a little progress on the scale, or B, I'm going to come to the conclusion that I can't make any more progress without cutting my calories more. And quite frankly, you guys, I'm not going to do that. I am not going to restrict anymore. I've already decided, at least at this point where my mindset is, I don't want to restrict more than I already am. So if it gets to the point where I'm going to have to make more drastic changes to lose the last few pounds, I'm just going to change my mindset to be comfortable with where I am right now, because I don't want to live that life. I don't want to do drastic diets. I don't want to do big, heavy restrictions on my eating. I don't want to live at the gym. I'm just not going to do that. And you know, some people may find fault in that. Maybe that makes me weak. I'm not sure. But at that point, it's just going to be like, well, this is the body I have. I'm grateful for it. As far as my doctor says I'm healthy, my blood work says I'm healthy. I would love to be a few pounds lighter, only because it gives me some wiggle room. That's kind of what I'm working on now, is having that kind of 10-pound window, because 150 where I am now is kind of the high point of where I feel comfortable, but I am comfortable. So what I don't want is for somebody to watch these videos, this 10-day challenge, and then see, oh, see, you do have to be perfect to make progress. I firmly don't believe that. I still believe that 80 to 90% effort is good enough to see progress, but I am starting to learn too that progress may not always be reflected on what I see on the scale. I know that I'm getting some of my strength back from before my surgery because I'm able to I've been increasing my running distances. I was not nearly as sore after my second workout this week whenever I was lifting weights and trying to build strength. I also see it in my face. When I look back at pictures of me from like right after my surgery, after I had gained some weight, and before I started to kind of chip away at that, you know, my face was puffy. So I can see it there too. It's just that the progress is so subtle and it happens so slowly that it takes a while to really see that, and that, you know, it can be hard to make that be the thing that we're looking at for confirmation that what we're doing is right, as opposed to the number that we see on the scale. Am I making sense? I hope so. I maintained my weight throughout this 10-day challenge. I had hoped that I would see a decent drop, especially since I was so successful last time. But that's not the progress that I see. But I am choosing to see other progress, getting back into the habit of getting some more rigorous exercise, and getting back into the habit of tracking, and also getting back on the wagon whenever I fall off, which was a huge success for me this time around. So what am I going to do moving forward? I am going to do another 10-day challenge from the 21st through the 30th of October. That's 10 days. So today is the 11th though, so I basically have 10 days before then. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not tracking today. I'm having a no track day. I feel like I need it for my mental and emotional health. And we have some friends who are coming into town that we have not seen in a long time. And my husband and I have not had a dinner date in a very long time. We've done some fun things and we've had some fun family days, and we've gotten to spend some time together just like on our patio and stuff. But we haven't been out like to dinner on a dinner date in a long time. So I'm going to enjoy that. We're going to a lovely restaurant that we've been to before with delicious food, with great drinks, and I'm just going to enjoy it, but not overdo it, because I'll make myself sick if I do that. And I know that, you know, I need to stop at a certain point. Otherwise, I'm going to be paying for it the next day. The rest of the time, what I would like to see is a mixture of deficit days and maintenance days. So my goal is to have 5 days at a deficit between now and when I start my next 10-day challenge. And then I'll have 4 days where I'm just eating at 2,000 calories for maintenance, which isn't that much higher than my deficit days. I don't know exactly when those are going to fall. I have a few days picked out when it will be easy for me to eat deficit calories. But we are going out of town for a few days. I'm taking the kids to see their grandparents for fall break. So I'm just going to kind of take it day by day. I'm just going to take it one day at a time. And then I'm going to finish October strong, the 21st through the 30th. I'm going to have another 10-day challenge, and I'm going to see if the scale will reflect the progress that I'm making now. Because that's the thing too, you guys. Sometimes the progress we think we should see now is actually reflected several days later or even the following week. I know people who would say that all the time, and Weight Watchers too, that they would say, you know, whatever they did one week would be reflected in the next week's weigh-in, not the one they were going to immediately. But anyhow, I want to see if I can still make some progress in October. And then of course Halloween, it's just one of those days when it's nice to have a little freedom to choose some treats, and we'll take the kids trick-or-treating, and we're hanging out with friends that evening as well. So that's my plan for October, and I still plan to take you guys along with me. I hope that there is something helpful for this. You know, whenever I'm making videos for my channel, I always ask myself, is it helpful and is it kind? And so sometimes whenever I can't jump on here and say, oh, I lost a pound, or I lost 2 pounds, or I've lost this much weight, whenever I can't give you that number, that like quantified data that's just really specific, I feel like I've failed you, and I feel like I'm not really inspiring. I'm starting to wonder if there isn't something to be learned from these less tangible successes, if that makes sense. You know, the things that I shared with you about some of the progress that I made, even though it wasn't reflected on the scale. Maybe there's somebody out there who needs to hear that. And maybe there's somebody, and maybe it's me, you know, I'm kind of still thinking back through the last 10 days and kind of taking in, okay, what could I have done differently, or what should I try differently next time? Maybe different kinds of foods, maybe making sure I don't eat too much salt or sodium, because that's been an issue, I think, the last week. Maybe there's somebody out there who needs to hear that. As always, you guys, I thank you so much for coming along. I know this was kind of all over the place. I'm sorry, but I'm full of energy because it's just gorgeous outside, and I'm enjoying my kind of mom's day out. And I'm so appreciative of you guys watching and coming along with me, and you have been so encouraging. I've been reading your comments. I've been responding as much as I can, so thank you so much. If you have something that we should celebrate with you, be sure to leave it in the comments below, and I will check in with you guys again very soon. Bye.